Ahoy there folks, I'm Captain Benzie and welcome to another patch notes video for EVE Echoes. At the time of me recording this, it is 5:30 our time on Tuesday. Now I've obviously got a video due out in the next hour and a half already, which by time you watch this hopefully you'll have watched, which is the news as to what's coming. Some of you are probably going to put in the comment section on that video, but Benzie, we've got the patch notes. Yes, I know, we got the patch notes after I had recorded the day's video. So today we're going to be going over the patch notes slightly retroactively. Of course, these patch notes will primarily be live by the time you're watching this, but there is still enough to discuss here that I think it's worthwhile spending the time to go over it all and talk about what this means going forwards. Because, yay! Fun times ahead for all of us, right? Now, I'm not going to linger on an intro here, and as for usual for a patch notes video, this is primarily going to be kind of like a podcast. Just listen to me in my voice. What you see on screen is going to be just the text for the patch notes themselves, me reading it and giving my own thoughts and opinions. Hope you enjoy. Let me know if you do. Let me know what you think on these notes in the comment section down below. Slap the like button on your way down there. It really does help. And if you want to help support the channel, you can do so by heading across to patreon.com/Captain Benzie. Every pledge and every dollar really helps keep me doing what I do. Let's jump right in then. Patch notes for the 28th of September 2022 at 0800 UTC +0, 120 minutes to complete, so 2 hours. New version, support strategy. In the midst of drastic changes of sovereignty. Really? Drastic changes of sovereignty? Like, I know Void's taken a bit of a hammering recently, but not to the point that I would call it drastic changes of sovereignty. That's just not what's been happening in Echoes at all. Like, unless we're talking about the Chinese server, which I'm not keeping my eyes on for obvious reasons, that's not our server they're talking about. Logistics and battlefield support capabilities are particularly critical, so a military program called Support Strategy was submitted to Concord. This program will bring Capsule's jump freighters, Force Auxiliary ships, logistic drones, advanced modules and skills, as well as a scanning device capable of discovering a certain type of nihilist space. And we're going to break these down one by one. I'm not impressed by most of this, by the way, and the only thing I'm curious to see if I'm wrong on is the advanced modules and the new scanning device, but we'll see. Jump freighters are an advanced type of freighter capable of long-distance jumps. Really, hence the name. The vessels were developed by a joint team founded by the Thucker, Creodron, etc. They are showcase of some of the truly cutting-edge structure and jump drive technologies. These advanced freighters are mainly used in dangerous areas for bulk cargo transportation. Apart from jump freighter dedicated skills, mastering skills in piloting general freighters can help you get more performance out of jump freighters. How to obtain: reverse engineer freighter blueprints and manufacture using regular freighter and capital ship components. Yeah, kind of as I expected it to be. Main characteristics: the Rhea, which has a built-in ship hold and relatively large cargo hold. The Nomad, which has a built-in ore hold and relatively good mobility. The Ark, which has a built-in structure hold and balanced performance. The Anshar, which has a built-in mineral hold and strikes a balance between transportation and defense capability. So, interestingly here, they've gone for the actual names rather than just the previous freighters and then Jump or 2 or whatever. They are actually using the proper names, like with the Nomad being the Fenrir rather than it being a Fenrir 2, it is the Nomad, which I actually really like because they are very different ships, and yeah, I'll be keen to see how these actually go ahead. Ultimately, jump freighters, in my opinion here, again, gonna get crucified for this, I seem to always get crucified no matter what I do these days. Yo, it's been brutal recently. In my opinion, these should have a significantly smaller hold than the non-jump freighter versions. So the Nomad should have a smaller hull than the Fenrir, because the Fenrir doesn't have the jump capabilities. That's what we call balance, but Netties don't seem to be capable of that, so I anticipate these are going to be Tech 10 versions of the Tech 9 freighters that are going to just be bigger and better in every way and have the jump drive. I could be wrong. I'm open to that possibility. I thought I was wrong once, but it turns out I was mistaken. Anyway, so you've got the Rhea, which of course is the Kaldari one, the Nomad from Minmatar, the Ark, which is Amar, and the Anshar, which is Galente. Then we have Force Auxiliaries. Force Auxiliaries are a type of carrier specially suited for large-scale battle, usually used to repair major allied capital and super capital ships. Pause there for a moment. People saying, I've already seen on the official community Discord, super capital ships? Does that mean we're... It was never any doubt we were going to get super capitals eventually, just it was when. And at this rate, probably February for all it matters. Anyway. Don't take that seriously. I freaking hope it's not February that we get super carriers and titans. They could screw off with that. But anyway, yes, obviously the point they're making at is that Force Auxiliaries are designed to be a logistics vessel for capital and super capital ships. They play an important role in logistics and repair, combat support, and field command in battle. In addition to using capital remote repair modules, Force Auxiliaries also replace fighter bays with large drone bays. They make use of a special electronic interface to control super heavy logistics drones. Oh, okay. They can activate logistic support mode to reroute power from their defense and maneuver systems to their support system, greatly increasing their capabilities in providing logistic support. Yes, which hopefully will completely anchor them in place and make it completely impossible for them to warp or jump away. That's how that should work. How to obtain. Reverse engineer Force Auxiliary and Carrier Wrecks, and manufacture using capital ship components. Main characteristics, the Minakawa, which is the Caldari one, excels in remote shield boosting, has great shield resistance, although it sacrifices some of its logistic drone capability to achieve that result. The Lif, the Minmatar one, excels in using shield logistic drones and is capable of remote shield boosting to some extent. It still has good logistic capability when low on capacitor. The Apostle, which is the floating cathedral for the Amar, has great capacitor capacity and excels in remote armor repairing. It also has great armor itself. And the Ninazu for the Glente Federation, which has high-powered output and excels in using armor logistic drones. It can perform some remote armor repairs. So, sounds like logistics drones actually are going to be a Force Auxiliary thing, not an everyday thing, which is acceptable. Actually, I'm fine with that. That's okay. Ultimately, yeah, when they say reverse engineer Force Auxiliary and Carrier Wrecks, obviously you can get Force Auxiliary Wrecks by destroying Force Auxiliaries. I imagine that's going to be what the new Nihilist space is as well, but we will see. Logistics drones. It takes a lot of electricity and fuel to make a super long range logistic support work, but the energy loss of long distance transmission is huge. To make the most of the capacitors on Force Auxiliaries, major corporations have included logistic drones on their research and development schedules. Super heavy logistic drones began their life playing the role of long-distance support for Force Auxiliaries. Since super heavy logistic drones are very practical and energy-efficient repair tools, simplified and lightweight versions of these drones began to circulate on the market. How to obtain. Use blueprints obtained in Nihilist space to manufacture. Models. Large shield maintenance drone, large armor maintenance drone, super heavy shield maintenance drone, and super heavy armor maintenance drone. Okay, so what we actually have here is confirmation that they are going to be large drones and super heavy drones, which will be, of course, fitted to your Force Auxiliaries for capitals. But this does mean that if, for example, you wanted to be in, say, a Tempest or a Tornado, you could use your two drone slots to fit large shield maintenance drones and thus just repair yourself with those, it seems. Anyway, how to use them. When not locked onto a target, tapping the drone button activates the drones to repair their mothership. When locked onto a target, tapping the button activates the drone to repair the target. The drones can't distinguish enemy ships from allied ships. The drones will follow the order of their mothership and repair the target continuously while circling it. They will not stop or change target unless deactivated manually or leave the drone control range. So basically what we're getting at here is that yes, if you're in a battleship, you can fit large drones into the drone tubes there, launch them at the start of a fight before you lock onto anything, get them to start targeting yourself, then begin the fight with those just keeping you alive. Yay! Not like we needed to have more ships destroyed or anything. Good thing we are, reducing the massive amounts of destruction we currently have in the game. And yeah, incentivizing drone use even more. Anyway, let's move on to Space Scan. With the support strategy program comes the Space Scan feature. Activate Space Scan to discover Nihilist space. You can use Space Scan as long as your pirate detection array is level 3 or above. Exactly what I said in the video I recorded this morning, so yesterday's video by the time you're watching this. This new scanning thing, I guarantee, will be fixed to a structure, not a module to a ship. And I was right. The Klein wells of this type of nihilist space broadcast an unknown signal across the region continuously. All Capsuleers can see the Klein wells in their region on the star map without scanning for them. You can disable Klein well display in star map settings. In addition, these Klein wells are highly stable and won't collapse even when capital ships pass through them. How to use. When you have Citadel management permissions, tap Space Scan on the Citadel management screen to activate the scan at the cost of fuel. After a successful scan, the hidden unknown nihilist space in the system will be revealed. The other 4 areas of nihilist space connected to it will also be revealed, so if they haven't scanned in the other systems, they will just appear and people flying through can see it in their overview. In addition, the scanning device will enter a cooldown period after use and can't be activated again until a day later. You can scan up to 2 times every week. The 4 hidden areas of nihilist space may be located in any non-high-sec region of space in New Eden. Look for them in the star map, stay vigilant if you plan to check them out. Although there is no restriction on team formation, the enemy's firepower is fierce. It's recommended that Capsuleers form a fleet of more than 8 people to explore. There will be random regular pirate fleets and large numbers of capital ships in the nihilist space. Repel them to get great bounties and loots. In addition, you have the chance to obtain advanced capital ship modules, meta level 11, with each capital ship you destroy, so C-type cap modules. The stronger the enemy, the higher the chance of them dropping advanced modules. After destroying all enemies, open the loot crate to obtain rewards, which include logistic drone blueprints and more. So what we're looking at here is Battleship and Capital exclusive content, and because it's mainly Capitals, you're going to see that people will push for Capitals for these. This is times where it makes me glad to be in Void, because there's a chance I'll still be able to bring at least a Battleship in there. Simple fact of this is it's going to be high power nihilist dead space. It's basically a fleet rally point, but without the ability to warp in and sit at the 250 mark. So yeah, it's going to be harder. I actually kind of like this, and I like the fact that when you scan it down, the other 3 exits or the other 4 exits all open up as well, so that enemy fleets can come through. That said, I know what the community of Eve Echoes is like, and I really don't see that happening all that often. Like, okay, maybe if No get one open up in their area, they might ping their, fleets to come and, ruin someone's day that way, but I just don't see it being such a huge thing. I still also massively believe that you should be able to fly through these and out the other side. I think the other exits should be usable, no matter which one you came in through. Then they would be wormholes. Advanced capital ship modules. Yeah, don't you dare be don't you dare be HAWs. As the space scan has been made available, pilots can now obtain advanced capital ship modules, meta level 11 from unknown nihilist space. So again, this is C-type modules. Currently discovered modules include lasers, railguns, cannons, missiles, and fighter fire control arrays. So basically what you're looking at there is, C-type capital railguns, C-type capital missile launchers, shield boosters, armor repairers, remote shield boosters, remote armor repairers, capacitor batteries, afterburners, warp drives, shield extenders, and armor plates. So these nihilist spaces are mainly here to get your all of your capitals geared up to C-type loot before that becomes as useless as it is for every other type below. Capital ship module reprocessing. Reprocessing Imperial and advanced capital ship modules is now available. Imperial capital ship module green can be reprocessed into X large device improvement mediums, and advanced capital ship modules blue can be reprocessed into X large device compilation optimization mediums. Thank God they're not being made into minerals, at least. I think it's good that people can get these out of their hangar. I think it's even better that they can do so without flooding the mineral market with yet more minerals. That's a nice change, that I really like. Capital ship module reverse engineering. All advanced capital ship modules can now be reverse engineered to yield more advanced modules. So this is going from C-type to B-type to A-type to X-type. So yay, look out for Matty flying the first X-type Naglfar. Module Invention Specialization. To increase the overall combat capability of New Eden pilots, Concord has authorized the use of a new skill, the Module Invention Specialization, to increase the success rate of module reverse engineering jobs. So, new skill. Common, advanced, and expert module invention principles, mastery of which will increase the success rate of inventing regular models by up to 50%. Cool, like this kind of skill. That's good. Common, Advanced, and Expert Capital module, same again, but for the capital ship modules. Skill chips can be purchased in the Concord Pass shop using Concord Pass points. Okay, that was very nearly a heart attack there, so yes, good. You can use your excess Concord Pass, your Concord credits, in order to buy these. It's not just going to be locked behind a paywall again. That's how bloody salvaging should have been. Actually, it should have just been added to the skill book, and I kind of wish this was still added to the skill book, but at least it's, you know, halfway there. I'd prefer if it was just in the skill book and pilots could just buy it and train it like every other freaking skill in the game, but hey, at least it's not real-world money, at least it's something you can earn in-game, right? I don't know. Reverse engineering of modules has proven difficult. Success is not guaranteed, even with the new skills. Please thoroughly evaluate all the risks involved before starting a reverse engineering job, then crying on Reddit or Discord that your 90% didn't happen. New skills, here we go, this is what I was talking about. Related to jump freighters, Force Auxiliaries and logistics drones are now available. Yep. Force Auxiliary Command, Logistic Drone Operation, Capital Ship Remote Shield, Capital Ship Remote Armor, Jump Freighter Command, Jump Freighter Engineering, Jump Freighter Defense Upgrade, and Jump Freighter Manufacture. I was wondering whether they would have specific jump freighter skills, or whether these would just trigger from the standard freighter skills and require you just to, you know, train into the into the jump drive skill. No, it looks like jump freighter can be done as well, which means if you do want to fly both freighters, yeah, you've got to double up on your skills. I'm all for this. I'm actually all for this, although I do foresee most people just dropping their standard freighter skills and going in with the jump freighters, but I could be wrong on that. New event, Support Strategy Capital Ship Manufacturing Contest. Yay, great gifts for you from Concord. The event is all about building as many jump freighters and Force Auxiliaries as possible, as fast as possible during the contest period. September 28th, which is the day that you're watching this video at least, to November 9th. Now, the contest content. The winner is the corporation with the most jump freighters and Force Auxiliaries of any model manufactured during the event period. Contestants are ranked based on the number of jump freighters and Force Auxiliaries manufactured during the event period. Rankings are separated for each type of ship. Note, manufacturing time is counted based on when manufacturing begins and the time spent manufacturing, time of delivery not factored in. So, that sounds like you could start cooking one and then cancel it and it would count. I don't know. Rewards. Based on your rank in the event, you have a chance of obtaining rewards including the Chief Capital Ship Engineer Medal, the Advanced Capital Ship Engineer Medal, the Capital Ship Engineer Medal, Corporation Omega, etc. Reward activation codes are valid until December 10th. Visit our official website for more information. So we're getting a typical building contest. Now, these are actually pretty cool, because what these inspire people to do is to go out and hit that content hard and fast, start building this kind of stuff, and it does really sink the ore market. And for about a 2 to 3 week period, you will see that the ore market suddenly looks like it's recovering. But mark my words, as clear as the image on your screen now, which should have been uploaded in 1080p, then ultimately come back here in 4 weeks' time and let me know if the market isn't crashing. It will be crashing in 4 weeks. I promise you, it will be crashing again in 4 weeks, because it's going to be this massive burst right the way through. Okay, it might be a longer than 4 weeks, November 9th. After November 9th, give it 2 weeks from November 9th, and the market will be crashing, or prices will be receding again. That is how this is going to work. People call me crazy. You watch. I'm putting it in video. Come back and see after November 9th. Blue and White Galaxy. In order to strengthen her bonds with New Eden's major factions, Yue, a young girl from the Yanjung, plans to curate an art exhibition. Oh my god, Yanjung have been mentioned. Like, the developers haven't completely forgotten about them. Capsuleers can accept Yue's requests through encounter missions and help prepare for the exhibition. A limited amount of star navigation data can be claimed each week, which can be used to obtain the latest Blue and White core from the Sun Chaser funding program. Yay! So it's another one of those bloody wheels. Huzzah! But hey, at least it's not just, hey, buy it for Aurum. And we're going to give you some discount codes. So that's good, at least, right? God, the bar has been set that low that it's good if it's not just buy it with real money. The Blue and White Nanocore is now available. Participate in Sun Chaser funding program to get this brand new Nanocore. Blue and White Nanocore has a special ability, Glaze Mode, which forms a porcelain-like protective layer. I was completely wrong. I was saying that porcelain is, fragile, therefore it's going to make your ship fragile and, give you more DPS, turn you into a literal glass cannon. No, apparently, porcelain means harder. Yeah, I know you get things like ceramic armor plating and that, don't at me in the comment section down below, but you get what I mean. It's not like if you drop a porcelain plate, it's renowned for its survivability. Anyway, to increase its resistant damage to electronic devices and certain other damage types. However, activating the ability will make the ship's structure more fragile. Okay, this sounds like the most boring mode ever. Like, oh yay, we can improve our electromagnetic and probably thermal damage, but our total HP will drop equally. It's just a bit of a resistance boost. It's like a temporary DCU, basically. Okay, that's really not as exciting as I thought it would be. I'm not sure I'm going to care. It looks awesome, but I'm not sure I'm going to care. Loot implant lucky chest available in the New Eden store for a limited time. Oh god, I hate it when the devs use the word lucky in anything these days. Open the chest for a chance to get great rewards including skill points, insurance points, neural compilers, and more. There's even a chance for you to get the advanced implant of your choosing. Ooh, yeah, probably like a 2% chance. I hope it's higher than that. I would love to actually have an implant. How long have implants been out now? And of my 6 characters, a grand total of 0 of them have implants. Yeah, that just feels awful. As supposedly Eve Echo's premier content creator, I have 0 implants because I don't fly the ships that allow me to get the implants, and I didn't have $100 of disposable income on the week that they landed. Yeah, petition for NetEase to give me an implant. Sign it in the comment section down below, yeah? Optimizations. The increased price has been updated based on the market transaction record. Authentic stamp of approval there. These are definitely NetEase patch notes. Increase the chance of discovering nihilist spaces using classified 2 gravitational wave graph by about 150%. Remove the 4th and 5th wave of enemies. Improve the rewards of the loot crate accordingly. Damn. Because for me, the actual better rewards were the ones that didn't have nihilist spaces. And I've got a whole load of those that I was literally going to be using this week. That's awful. That's really, really bad. I guess I'm using those tonight to the best of my ability to try and get as much as I can before this changes and suddenly I need a fleet to do exploration. Yeah. Fun fact, classified 2 gravitational wave graphs are actually something I really enjoy in Eve Echoes. I think they're a really cool system, and I wish they had embraced it wider. I wish it was something that was more readily available. But no, now they're pushing even that little solo exploration to be fleet-based. Yeah. Fix the issue where some assembled ships can still be placed in the other ship's cargo hold. Fix the issue that skin rewards in the Advanced Concord Pass were incorrect. Oh good, that was wrong. The Caracal Navy issue High Noon skin has been changed to the Omen Navy issue High Noon skin, and the Apocalypse Striker Dawn skin has been changed to the Megatron Dawn skin. Wow, inspired. Fixed an issue where the fighters could fly away from the ship in Dormant Realm. Yeah, that must have been annoying. Ultimately, that skin change, yeah, some people did point out to me. I didn't actually spot it at first because I wasn't doing a video on it this time around. The concept that this season's Concord Pass had the exact same rewards in terms of the skins as last one's. Apparently, that is a bug. Awesome. Cool. I get an Omen Navy issue skin. Woo. And that's really it. That's really the patch notes here. So we're getting yet more capitals, both in regards to freighters and Force Auxiliaries. Force Auxiliaries can completely change the face of nullsec warfare. Nullsec is now going to be completely capitals versus capitals. It's already you need, pretty much an entire fleet of subcaps to take down a capital in PvP anyway. Now with Force Auxiliaries, what is even the point? Whilst you're trying to do that, the carriers are just going to rip you a new one. Basically, in before nullsec warfare turns into capital versus capital, and you'll come back here complaining that PvP has become capital-centric and dull as all hell. And I'm just going to sit here and laugh and say, told you so to everyone who turned around and was like, oh, it's not going to be that bad, Benzie. Jump freighters. Avoid gate camps just by jumping straight over them with completely, better ships than what we had before. Force Auxiliaries, yep, let's keep going. Logistics drones. Yeah, we have given a really cool thing to the Force Auxiliaries, and we've made battleships even more survivable. At the cost of the 40 DPS that your drones were doing, you can now keep yourself healed up even easier, sacrificing more low slots for just straight up DPS. Yeah, the Claralam, the Claralam Hunters are going to be absolutely loving that one. But there we go. New nihilist space that does nothing for anyone if you're not in a capital or a battleship. I'm beginning to see patterns here, guys. I'm genuinely beginning to see capitals here. Yeah, I'm seeing capitals here. I'm seeing them in my bloody dreams these days. Everything is becoming capital-centric. I've been complaining that the game's too battleship-centric, and apparently NetEase have been listening, and they're now going to push us all into capitals. Sorry, not the intended effect not the effect I intended to have. Anyway, folks, those have been my thoughts and opinions. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. I'm sure it's not all doom and gloom, but it sure as hell feels like it at the moment. Happy sailing, and see you in New Eden!